Yo, what's going on, people? And today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately regarding Rainbow Six Siege and its features. The game's been out for 2 years now, and I think these should have been implemented by now, or at least we should be getting some word on if they would be coming. But yeah, these are some features that are in some other games I play, and I think they would make a great addition to Rainbow Six Siege. So the first feature I want to talk about today is colorblind mode, or at least the option to change the color or let us customize the sights on our guns. Now, Ubisoft is probably the only game company I know that doesn't really put colorblind mode into their games. I mean, it's 2017. Like, there are a lot of colorblind gamers out there, including myself. Surprisingly, For Honor came with a colorblind mode. I'm not sure why that didn't really need it. But yeah, I think Rainbow Six Siege needs some kind of colorblind support, or yeah, just the option to change the color of our sights. These are currently all the sights in Rainbow Six Siege. I didn't include the ACOG, but yeah, these are the three close range sights that we have: the reflex, the red dot, and the holographic. And I don't use the red dot or the holographic because they're red, and like I said, I'm colorblind, so it's kind of hard for me to track people when they're running on these sights. Not to mention that they kind of made the sights smaller than when the game first launched. I think they did that sometime earlier this year. And I can't tell you what color the reflex sight is. I've been using it for 2 years, but I really don't know what color it is. I just use it because it's brighter and it's a lot easier to see than the red dot or the holographic sight. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I like the game, but it's kind of hard to get around these things. So here's one of the features I think Siege could borrow from one of my other favorite games, Battlefield 4, which is on the left side, and of course Siege is on the right side, and this is the holographic sight being used in both games. Both of them are red, they're kind of smallish, and they're both hard for me to see. But in one of the last few patches that Battlefield received before it stopped getting updates, they added the option for the player to fully customize their sight. You know, when I say customize, I'm not talking about the whole Call of Duty, give us some skull reticules and smiley faces. I'm not talking about anything like that. Just the color, size, and the glow. They just kept it simple, and this is something I think Rainbow Six Siege could do to make it a better experience for people out there who are either colorblind or you just have trouble seeing these sights altogether because they're so small. So basically, this is how Battlefield did it. We have 5 sliders: the size, the glow, red, green, and blue components, and you just set the size of how big or small you want your reticule to be. The glow would be how bright or how dark the color would look. And yeah, the red, green, and blue are just the colors you can mess around with, and you can change the sliders to get certain colors. And if that's too hard, maybe, the lighting in the game and all that, maybe that's too much to do, then you can go about it the other way. There are 4 different types of color blindness. You can have default colors for certain sights in every single type of color blindness setup. And this is how it works in most games. You just pick a colorblind setting, and they change the colors in the game depending on which type of colorblindness you have it set to. And it would also work like this on the pistols, because I wanted pistols that have different types of sights in Siege for so long, and Ella came along and then they gave her this tiny red dot and I can't see it, so I don't even end up using her pistol. And the second feature I think that should be added would be some kind of shooting range. Now, I brought this up in the comment section on another YouTube video, and people had mixed reviews, but majority of comments that were left under my original comment was that we don't need this because we have Terrorist Hunt. Now, although Terrorist Hunt does have moving targets, which would be the terrorists, in a shooting range you don't have to be worried about getting shot at, or especially the suicide bombers. That's why I don't warm up in Terrorist Hunt, because the suicide bombers are a pain in the ass. Or some people even said they would want a Terrorist Hunt mode where the terrorists don't have guns, so they were just like moving targets. But the point is, this would be a feature that people want. Like, you could go and practice your aim before going in ranked, or just before going in casual altogether. I warm up in casual, and 9 times out of 10 my first match goes terrible, because that's what I'm there for. I'm just trying to warm up. I wouldn't have to go through that if there was just some kind of shooting range, kind of like how we have in Battlefield 4. There are targets everywhere, there are moving targets on the back of the shooting range, and then there's also barrels that get launched into the air that you can shoot at. Now, I understand that all these things take up resources and money, but I don't think they would have to start from the ground up and build an entirely new shooting range, but instead just use the map here for base, because that kind of is a training ground altogether. You can spawn us in over at the shooting range, and instead of those mannequins being there, replace them with some kind of targets, like how we have here in Battlefield shooting range. On this platform here, you have to walk up. Instead of having the windows shut, you can have them open, but have targets moving across the different windows. So, you know, this is actual target practice. You know, you can test your reaction time. And when you actually choose to go into the building, you could have targets set up in each room of the building behind certain sets of cover. So like you would, in order to hit the target, you would have to get a headshot. So this would also test your accuracy. And hell, I'm sure people would make some kind of challenge out of it, like post their best time online, or maybe if you hit the targets you get like 10 points, and you could post your score online, or it could be in the leaderboard section of the Ubisoft app, because I only use that app because of the weekly challenges. I don't use the leaderboards. That would also give the app another useful thing to track. Now, I said I was only going to do 2 features today, but I wasn't going to put in these other 2, but fuck it, why not? I'll just make it quick. There are these set of electrical boxes on every stage, and I know Siege has a certain level of realism to it. I think it would be cool if you were to find these set of boxes and say you were to destroy them somehow by like either grenade or shooting them, and it would work as some kind of circuit breaker for the stage, and all the lights were to go off. Now, would this actually be useful? I'm not sure, but it would make for a good environmental effect. Like, the stage gets like just a little bit darker when you hit circuit breaker, so all the lights go out. And it would also make attackers who use laser sights easier to see. Like, you can actually see the laser sights a lot better when it's darker in the stage. And the second thing would be some kind of inspection mode. Like, I pay a lot of money for, well, not just I, everyone pays a lot of money for the skins that we get on Rainbow Six Siege, and you only see them from 2 angles. Either when you're playing, which is from behind the gun, which is this angle, or on the round winning screen when you see your operator from the front angle. But other than that, everyone else can see your skin from much better angles than you can, so I think, like, I know this little inspection button would be cool where you could just look around the gun and actually see it for yourself. Again, this isn't useful, but it would just, you know, something cool to look at. I know this can be mapped on PC. PC have a ton of buttons, and it could also be mapped on the PS4 control, because the touchpad is actually 3 separate buttons, but Siege just uses the entire touchpad as 1 button, which is to bring up the scoreboard. My only thing is I'm not sure how you would map this on an Xbox controller, but yeah, those are the 4 features I think would make a good addition to Rainbow Six Siege. But yeah, that's it for this video. Just some thoughts I had lately. If you like this video, you can leave a thumbs up or comment down below what some features that you think would make a great addition to Rainbow Six Siege. And subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege content. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.